Hi there, Cancer. This is your October romantic love reading. And I'm stemming off of your general reading where towards the end we got this huge, awesomeness of possible, just your love life all of a sudden was showing stuff. And it looks pretty good to me. I don't know. But I'm going to pull the rest of the cards with you and I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. I shuffled before, but we'll just go ahead and get into it. So in your general reading, you can take a look at it. What I've realized with a couple of my readings recently was I can kind of do this thing where usually when I'm doing a longer reading with someone, if something like that happens where towards the end I get these cards and if that person specifically was asking about something else and all of a sudden some romantic stuff was coming up, I would just go ahead and continue going with the reading. So I'm guessing that, like with a couple of the general readings that I did, there was like these different cards that spoke out like, okay, there's going to be a relationship here or some sort of dating situation or something to do with the marriage. And so various things come to me from the collective. So through the cards, through divination, I'm able to kind of keep going with the reading. And I think when I get some of the cards from the previous reading that obviously are talking about a love relationship of the romantic kind, or perhaps, it's very hard to dictate what type of love is coming your way. But I know that these readings are specifically for that romantic love. So anyway, if you like this, please hit like, please subscribe. If you'd like a private reading, I would be more than happy to set that up. You have my information to do that below. And I look forward to working with you. It does take me, I have to schedule some things right now, but right now I am eager to get whoever I can in before it starts to get a little too busy. It's already lining up. But that's something that Cancer just is coming off the tail end. You guys are really busy. You've been kind of busy, or you think you're busy, so you are busy, because in your head you're busy. You're one of those busy people. So what came up from the last reading was you got the Eight of Swords, meaning interference. And you then got the Fool. And then you got a Truce, and then which is the Four of Swords, and then you got the Lovers, and then you got the Nine of Cups, and you got the Six of Cups. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. At some point, what I gathered was that there was some interference in the recent past where words were sent back and forth, jabbing words, and it interfered with possibly something that was happening between you and another person. You'll come to a realization that perhaps you were foolish in the way that you behaved or that you acted. Perhaps the other person may be doing that. And I mean, that's taking it quite literally. But I think what it also means is that something inside of you is reawakened and you look like you're in love, like you're dazed, like someone's just walked by you and you're like, holy cow, your breath's been taken away. And you're smitten. You're like, I will do whatever you say. I will do it. Like, you have this, like, that's why I say you're kind of going to be like a puppy all over the place. Because even like you got this tiger biting on your thigh and you're like, I feel nothing. I'm just in it. So, and when I looked at the card, the first thing that came to me was the Dove of Peace is there and she's flying around, and I see some things regarding health. I mean, in the background, we have pentacles, we have there's an alligator resting at the very bottom. But it has a rose in its... It looks like a rose on its scales. I don't know how, but they don't have ears, do they? I don't know how they put the flower there. But that's majorly what I'm getting, is just there's fire inside you and there's action that you want to push forward. And so we'll keep going with this. We're going to clarify these. And then there's a truce. So the interference and the truce. Then the Lover's card. What that says to me was that there was a exchange of words, and there is a meeting of just, I think you're going to realize certain things, and you're just going to, I don't know why that song, Why Do Fools Rush In, is coming to my mind. So perhaps there was a rush in, and then, I don't know, some things just got uncomfortable. But regardless, there's going to be a truce of sorts. Maybe you're making peace with yourself with that situation. Maybe you're just going into a foolish place. But if you are if you are single, what this feels like to me is the interference that occurred before due to a war of words and spiteful, backbiting type of behavior. I don't know if it was that extreme. That's just what's coming to me. That was the result of... It was the result of something from the past. So the recent past starts to come towards the end of your month. And... or perhaps earlier, depending on the work you've done with your own self. I mean, that's what kind of moves things around, right? We do have things are destined, but then you also have ways that you can grow and evolve as a person through your meditation, through your affirmations, through your love of your body and self, by nurturing it with good foods and taking care of and your body and adorning it with lovingly. Just cherish your existence. That is, another kind of I always trail off, so it's because I start talking and then certain things start to come up. Okay, I kind of feel like then a truce will be made and you two will become lovers again. And it's kind of like this has been destined to happen this way. It's not really... Like, I kind of feel like these two babies down here, these two cherubs, are kind of like... It feels like they're kind of... One's holding a cup and the other one's holding a wand. And there's a club in the other baby cherub hand, baby/cherub's hand, and the flowers in the other. And then there's a snake wrapped around, which is either a stone. This is divinely connected. This is a divine relationship. This has been orchestrated by the divine, and there are hands behind the scenes that are taking care of this. So if you believe in angels and archangels and spirit guides or ancestors, then they're behind this. They're behind this union. So, it's really pretty. I mean, if you look at the very top, what comes to me are the hands above the two individuals. Like, they're getting blessings that they should continue on with this. So I feel that this truce will lead to a union, or this truce will help you to move forward and embrace lovers. But really, Really, it's like you're going to have a truce with someone, you'll become lovers again, there will be great happiness in this, and pleasure, lots and lots of pleasure. So what will that pleasure lead to? Let's go ahead and pick the other two cards to see how this wraps up, and then I want to clarify some parts of this reading. And let me just look at this for those of you who are already in relationships. I feel like you guys had some words with other people, like some other people interfered with your relationship, and maybe through some text messaging or through some sort of, I mean, everyone communicates that way, but it seems, and I think that was the wrong way, and I think perhaps that interference caused a strife between your relationship, but know that these are words and thoughts that you can work through. Now, with the Major Arcana card of the Fool coming in, I mean, I feel like it's the same type of thing where you both will realize there was an interference, and perhaps, you know, some of me wants to do this because, to be honest, I feel like you would need to have a truce before you got like all googly-eyed about somebody, right? But I guess it doesn't take the truce. The love is that strong that, you know, the desire is that strong that your significant other is like, baby, I love you. I don't care. You're just beautiful. And these words that got in the way, I realize we have so many other beautiful things surrounding us. You know, sure, we have these crazy children that bite on our legs and attach to us when we try and move around. Sure, it sometimes feels like we're too big to fit in this life that we're in, or we're too small to embrace all the goodness that's there. Yeah, this person is wrapped around with your health and your lifeline. So it feels like this is a deep connection that you have with somebody. And you guys will come to a truce, I think, because you'll come back to the innocence of your love, and you'll know that the words of others don't matter. It's really about, you know, it's really just about you two. What I'm also getting is possible pregnancy, maybe. Or the idea of that, of having more children. And regardless of what happens, there's going to be, maybe you guys go on a date or something, maybe you do something to remind you of the times when you were younger, when you first started dating, and when you were fools in love. And I think that kind of will indicate a truce that will happen, which will bring you back to the lover's land, and which will in turn bring more happiness to you. And they say makeup sex is pretty damn amazing, so pleasure is there. So yeah, and the Fool is above pleasure, so not to say that those of you who get pregnant are fools, but you know, you're a fool in love and pleasure is there, so it could mean anything. Maybe you get a cat, I don't know, but you produce something more. Something is going to be fruitful from this situation. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the other two cards, and I'm going to ask that it give cards that are relevant to these situations of a single and someone in a relationship. It could also be a Gemini. It could also be an air sign that you make peace with. I know some of you like to hear the signs, but if it's relevant, I'll tell you. It's a possibility. It could be a Gemini. This is a very emotionally filled relationship, though. This is a deep emotions. You care about each other deeply. Should I take it? Okay, I'll take it. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Priestess. So I would like to clarify these some more, because it kind of comes to me already. I mean, you got happiness, pleasure, power. Through an interference, by being a fool and just jumping for it and making that truce, you become lovers again. Happiness ensues, pleasure ensues, and there is power in your union. You are able to multiply and grow. Knight of Cups, well, you're a water sign, Cancer, so I feel like emotionally you will be satiated. You will have everything to you. And I see a peacock here, and peacocks are kind of known as good luck and also messengers in India when you see a peacock. Maybe you guys go to dinner. I don't know why. I just see dinner and I see dinner and really great seafood. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting hungry. No, I'm not. That's actually what I'm feeling right now, is that it's, maybe you guys go to dinner, and as simple as that, that's kind of what opens doors to other things. When this came up, I felt it was another, you get more power financially through this union, through this truce. You expand. And there's no real power. I'm not sensing a power struggle. I think with this truce, it empowers both of you. I mean, whenever you make peace, well, how does that make you weak? It doesn't. It just makes your union more powerful. As long as you both communicate, and you hear each other, not just listening, but you hear the person. You receive what they're saying. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the Rider-Waite, switch it up a little bit. Usually I use the Thoth to clarify it, but let's go ahead and try this. It seems right. So I want to just clarify, the Fool, Power, and the Knight of Cups. Okay. The Devil. I'm not going to take that because I was shuffling, and usually I'm focusing in on the card I want to clarify. And I wasn't focusing at that moment. I was just beginning to shuffle with a clear mind. The Fool. Yeah. Okay. Queen of Wands. Page of... That doesn't feel like that. I think we gotta keep going. One of you has to show your strength through your actions and your words. And I think the Fool is not being foolish the Fool is serious about his foolishness. Like, he's not messing around. He's really like, I might be a fool, and I'm a fool in love, but I'm serious about what I am trying to come to you with. And I think that opens doors for a truce. Perhaps it's with an earth sign. It's a woman that is... She hasn't been waiting for you. She's looking in another direction. He or she. It just fell right there, so I guess I should just leave it. Even though it that's what I felt. You're going to expand, like things start to just expand through this union. This new, if you're in a relationship, this new chapter. Every time you deal with any sort of difficulty and you get through it and you come out stronger, or you come out as new individuals entering a real relationship now, it brings an announcement of prosperity. It brings an announcement of just emotional well-being. And I mean, here we have Cancer energy that I feel as a Page of Cups, where you're recognizing this, and this is something you're offering this time. You're the offering one. And you got the Knight of Cups too. So you're really... This is a very emotionally connected relationship. I mean, this is like a soulmate. This is someone who's... It's a deep, deep, deep bond. Okay. Okay. So the two individuals, you will have to come with a request using your words, because I don't think you have been using your words. But you will know what you have to say. You will know what you're going to offer. You will be offering a proposal of just to meet or to talk, and this person will have to take the action to meet you there to discuss things. And this person is serious about wanting to see your actions, not your words. So I think, or it could be that you wanted to see more action from this person and this person wanted more words from you. Or this person did too much action and you did too many words. Either way, we have the meeting of words to actions. One of you is expecting things through action and the other is expecting things through words. You're going to use your words, but you're also going to offer this person something, and that in itself will bring a truce or an opening of dialogue. So I think you're looking for a way to open dialogue. You might, and the reason why is because you suddenly, after the stress has calmed down, you realize that all those words were just distractions from me realizing that I'm madly, foolishly in love with this person. Or that there's no way that I could stay mad at this person. I love him too much. This is not going to, So I wanted to pick a card that would explain the connection between the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. It could be an air sign and an earth sign. I mean, but then there's this card. It's one of my favorites, the Six of Cups, and that did come up in your reading before, so that's really being said as well too over here. So you guys are a very passionate couple, and you definitely will be sharing some passion, that's for sure. And there's a possibility you will be expanding and growing. You'll be offered more through this union, like you grow. Things grow for you, and and then when we had the Lovers here, we got the Ten of Wands. Love is hard work, and you both are willing to take the risk and go ahead and take the Wheel of Fortune, and you won't be wrong to do so, because you end up with happiness, you end up with pleasure. Double your pleasure, double your fun. All right, double your pleasure, double your fun. You got that twice. And this card speaks to me in both ways. It's part of the offering and the real other offering. So then we got Judgment for the Knight of Cups. So I think what happens is sometimes when you guys start to get too emotional, then Judgment comes in. So I feel like this is more of a, I don't know, let's see. What is this more of a, I think Cancer, I'm having, ooh, it's just different with each sign. All right, Judgment. Let me clarify Judgment. Okay. I'll just put that there. And I'll leave that there. And I guess I'll leave that there. So someone definitely wants to have a baby or get pregnant. Someone's trying to have a kid. And the Knight of Cups is, you know, you're the one offering this, Cancer. You're the one who's kind of the, and if you're like, that's not me, well, the month's not over yet. You're coming out of the clouds and you're like, I know what I want, and I'm going to take the actions to do so. I know what I want. I'm going to say the words I need to say to make sure this person knows what I'm saying. And I'm not going to pass judgment on myself for what I'm about to do, because I'm not going to like judge this. I'm not going to judge everything so quickly, because I know I really want this. And when judgment starts to come, when I start to think too much or I start to question things, I'm going to remember that I can temper this. I understand what it feels like to have one foot in the water and one foot on land. You're not going to forget the lessons you learned. And you sure as hell aren't going to let that get in the way of what's happening here. I mean, you strongly want this. You really do want this. That's what's coming for me. And it's a lot of victory. Like this is something you were working towards. And the wings that I mean, these two wings, for some reason, you know, whenever I see images that are similar in whatever deck. Oh, and there's the sun. You want to know something? This is funny. When I was, oh no, it's gone. When I was shuffling it, the bottom of the deck was the sun again, and I was like, okay. But I see the sun right here. The bottom of the deck changes when you're doing clarification, so it doesn't always necessarily apply. But there's wisdom there. Like, this temperance is there. Like, it's just staring at what is there, and it's like, I know what to do this time. I'm not going to mess this up. I'm not going to pass judgment. I'm not going to, you know, because I obviously... yeah. Okay, so you got that, and then you got pleasure twice. I mean... you don't need a dirty mind to figure that out. I mean, joke was there, sorry. King of Swords and the Fool. The Fool is making me want to giggle. You look like the feeling I'm getting is like you're just like, oh my god, I'm so like googly-eyed over this person. Where was I? Why did I let these words get in the way? And why did I judge this situation? And I could have just used the wisdom I have. But you're going to remember that this time around because you really want this. You really want this. You're going to be a king of your words and a man of your actions. Or a woman of your words and a woman of your actions. You know, and as far as singles and stuff, a way of looking at this too is this person that's returning, or you returning back to this person, there is this like definite like, yeah, I want this. So I mean, this is for some of you. If it resonates, wonderful. And I would love to hear about it. And like and subscribe. And if you want more details, I mean, obviously you know what to do. The information's below. Cancer, this story looks like it's evolving. It's going to keep evolving. And those of you in a relationship, if you're looking to have a child or you're planning on getting pregnant, looks like you guys might be some fertile myrtles right now. So I'm not sure. That's just something that I'm sensing. So you know best in your situation. These are just ways for you to look at the many objective realms that Spirit has for you that you can choose from. This beautiful matrix, this beautiful art of divination that we can use in this life journey. So this is going to be a great month. You're getting a lot of things right, and there's a fear though when you were in the coming out of hermit energy, and there's a fear, I think, and I think that might be the foolish part where you're like, do I, after all of those words and me being a hermit and me being just out of the picture, I'm just going to be a fool and do this because I can't do this anymore. So maybe in your relationship, that's where I think it is. And I think that's a beautiful thing. That's a lovely thing to have in a relationship, is where you can get back to that place where like I've seen some couples where they look at each other and you just know, like, that person makes that other person exhale. Like right when they touch and they exhale. And then also there's a way that they look at each other when they realize, oh my gosh, you're mine. And there's just this like, oh my God, I'm so like, wow, you're mine, really? That's what I just keep getting, is this googly-eyed, so happy with what he has. Like, damn, that's my woman, or damn, that's my man. So good awakening. And I think it took some time because Cancer has to have all their coins and everything correct. And, so I hope that gives some clarification. I want to keep going, but I got other readings to do. And I have this thing called sleep I had to do too. But I want to pick an Osho card and then just wrap this up. So, Osho Zen. And this is a deck I'm slowly learning. I'm not doing spreads with them because they do represent all of the cards in the original deck, but it's another, they're various decks and they interpret things differently, and I'm excited to eventually, when I learn this more, to use this for the love readings because it's pretty neat. Okay, I want to just know closing thought about Cancer and what all of this is. Like, what is the closing thought you want Cancer to know? Or someone who is involved with the Cancer and what they need to know. Okay, that just flipped out. Isolation. Well, that doesn't seem to make sense. I'm not going to use that. That was a popper. Or a slipper. A slipper flipper. Not because it was negative, but because it just didn't make any sense. Alright. I'm going to look at these different ones. Turning in. Harmony. And the Lovers. The Lovers was the bottom of the deck. And Harmony, Turning in, and Postponement. You postpone things. You have to turn in. That sixth dimension that was brought up in your general reading. There is some meditation that needs to be done, I believe. And I think through that, you have an awakening, which brings you to the Fool. And then we have the Lovers, which is the theme here. And Harmony. So what's speaking to me is to read the Harmony, because I feel like postponement is something that's already happened. Turning inward is something that you might be presently doing, or perhaps this is an indicator right now to get to it. Get to that meditation. Get to sitting, man. If you don't feel like meditating, take a bath. Anything that makes you be a little still, go for a run. However you can clear your mind of thought so you can allow what's in your heart to come to the surface rather than your mind deciding everything. And let your body also tell you. Go into your body and find out what it's trying to tell you, you know? So I'm going to read 10, which is Harmony. So I feel like that's generally what you've been searching for some months now. I mean, everyone wants harmony, but I feel like with the pentacles that came up in your general and the actions and then this love reading, romantic love reading, you're looking for harmony in all aspects of your life. In all parts of that pie chart, you want all of that. So let's see what the Osho Zen has to say. The experience of resting in the heart in meditation is not something that can be grasped or forced. It comes naturally, as we grow more and more in tune with the rhythms of our own inner silences. The figure on the card reflects the sweetness and delicacy of this experience. The dolphins that emerge from the heart and make an arc towards the third eye reflect the playfulness and intelligence that comes when we are able to connect with the heart and move into the world from there. Let yourself be softer, more receptive now, because inexpressible joy is waiting for you just around the corner. Mind you, I've never read the commentary or the info on this card. I just received this deck from a friend literally like a couple weeks ago, and I just started using it because I felt like the explanations were so beautiful, so I'm like, I'm just going to use these for closing. And that's exactly like, I was like, you have to turn in, and there's an intelligence there, and there's a silence that you need to get with your mind so that you can get to a place of knowing your truth through your heart. Okay, so the heart chakra, your heart chakra, breathe into that heart chakra, think of, look up some mantras, think of thoughts that you feel open up your heart, like when your puppy looks at you in the morning, or when your cat gives you a massage, or when you look at the ocean and you see the waves crash, when the sun hits your face, when you walk on the morning dew-touched grass, whatever it may be, you know. All right, I'll get back to reading. Let yourself be softer and more receptive now, because an inexpressible joy is waiting for you. I just had to read that again. Inexpressible joy is waiting for you. Oh my God. Okay. I had to. And for you just around the corner. Oh my God. Nobody else can point it out to you. And when you find it, you won't be able to find the words to express it to others. But it's there, deep within your heart, ripe and ready to be discovered. Now, why they chose the word harmony. Listen to your heart, move according to your heart, whatsoever the stake. A condition of complete simplicity, costing not less than everything. To be simple is arduous, because to be simple costs everything that you have. You have to lose all to be simple. That's why people have chosen to be complex and have forgotten how to be simple. But only a simple heart throbs with God, hand in hand. Only a simple heart sings with God in deep harmony. To reach to that point, you will have to find your heart, your own throb, your own beat. All right, well, this has been your love reading for October 2017 Cancer. I wish you the best for the rest of this month. Thank you so much for coming by. If you like, hit that like button and subscribe. If you'd like a reading, the information is below. And as always, please be kind to yourself so you can be kind to others. All right? Lots of love, love, love to you. Take good care. Bye.